Hi, I'm Bob Sunger. I'm running for sheriff in Klickitat County on the Republican ticket. I'd like to tell you today what I see some of the concerns and problems with the current command staff within the sheriff's office. I think they're too top-heavy, as I've mentioned on a number of occasions. I think that needs to be reorganized so we can utilize the resources and the funding to put more officers on the street to respond to the 911 calls for the citizens. Provides officer safety and citizen safety and better service. But I also see a problem in the command staff where you have micromanaging going on. There's situations where certain reports, felony type reports, as I understand it, has to be reviewed by the third in charge, which would be the chief criminal deputy, would review these reports. I would hope, and I would know, and I'm telling you, I would have more for that chief criminal deputy to do than be reading reports. That's a sergeant's job, and the sergeant would be the one that would be approving reports or not, or I'd send them back to the officer to have it redone. So the micromanaging would stop. I don't expect my managers to be trying to make a decision on every little thing that goes on in that department. That's why you have sergeants. You pass that authority down to them and give them the ability to do the job. If the job's not getting done, then you hold the individual accountable. The communication in that command structure is extremely bad. It needs to be an up and down communication. Right now, that's not the case. Most of it's down, very little of it's up, because, well, it's just not allowed. And so consequently what happens is when there's, you've got supervisors that are concerned about making a decision without approval of the manager and or management under the current management. And therefore, because of the reluctance, productivity is slowed down. Things can't get done on a timely fashion, and it creates a lot of problems. The other issue is that they have now adopted a 480-page document, a policy manual for the department, for the sheriff's patrol division, and also for jail and the other portion of it. But they're spending $4,000 annually, not a one-time expenditure, but annually. And of course that takes in updates on the manual and so forth. But 480 pages, that's a lot of reading. Policies and procedures that the employees have to follow. And there needs to be a manual. There's no question about that. You have that for a variety of reasons, and one is hold people accountable in a structured organization, and to reduce risk and liability to the department because they're following it in the manual the way they should, the policies the way they should. What I would do, I would go to another agency. And that's already been certified, because I've certified under accreditation. I initiated 2 accreditations, one in Elko and worked on one in Clark County, Vancouver, Washington. National accreditation programs. This is the state accreditation program they're going after. But what they're not telling the people is the expense involved in that. Because it's just not a matter of reading the manual and putting the manual in place. They have to meet remodeling of the evidence room. We don't even have an interview room and any of that. So consequently, those are expenses that to my knowledge, has not been approved by the county commissioners. So the success of that program under state accreditation as they're running right now, I don't think will ever see the light of day. But what I would do is go to an agency, get their permission to plagiarize their policy manual, and I would review it, take what would fit our department, Klickitat County Department, develop that policy manual, have it reviewed by legal staff, and once that's been signed off of being legally sound, meeting all the legal requirements, then that's what our policy manual would be, and we would not be paying $4,000 a year. I'd use that money to put computers in the vehicle so the officers could do their reports out in the field. Given that, with my experience and so forth. I'm asking for your vote on August 5th in the primary and November 4th in the general election. Thank you.